Welcome to McChats Live here on McGTV, youtube.com/MikeMcGTV. And as always, I'm your host, Mike McG, joined again by Dan Baugher from the Three Geeks Podcast Network thingy.
Hello.
And as we were promising every other week or so, we talk about some exploitation or some schlocky type movies, some good, some bad, some brilliant in their badness. Bad in their brilliance, I guess, vice versa. And I recommended this one, 1977's Planet of Dinosaurs, to Mr. Dan. And this is, I don't know. Would you want to start off with some thoughts on it, Dan, perhaps?
Well, do we want to do a synopsis or anything, or just?
Yeah, sure. Let's see. The synopsis is people with 70s hair and mustaches and polyester jumpsuits travel from a faraway planet a la Battlestar Galactica almost, and end up getting stranded on this planet that just happens to have prehistoric life on it. Hence the title, Planet of Dinosaurs. And as they continue onward and begin to run out of supplies and mess up their weapons and just get on each other's nerves for the most part, talk and get really Lord of the Fliesy about stuff. Yeah, one by one, some people start getting picked off by the dinosaurs and other creatures until the climax is they end up killing the king of the dinosaurs, Tyrannosaurus, and the end leaves 3 guys and 2 women. So one dude hasn't partnered up with anybody.
Poor guy.
Poor dude.
But there is a baby who can kind of count.
Yep, that's true. There is a baby. So they're making a life for themselves on this planet of dinosaurs and have probably given up all hope that they're going to be rescued.
Well, it's not that they gave up hope. It's that by the end, they don't care anymore.
Yep, doesn't matter.
Because like the last lines of the movie is, do you think we'll ever be rescued? And I forget, the exact words of the answer, but it's just like, meh.
It's like, doesn't really matter, does it? But
we got a baby now, so it's all good.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. We only have enough room on our ship for 5. But it had some 70s special effects going for it, that's for sure, with the dinosaurs and with the lasers.
See, the problem here is that you start watching it, or at least I did, and you look at the dinosaur effects, and they don't seem so bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then you think 77. What else was released in 1977?
Oh, of course. Something from a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Exactly. And then this starts to look bad. Now, granted, I mean, the Clash of the Titans was what, 82? And that still had the stop motion-y weird things. But yeah, in perspective, this should have been like maybe early 70s, late 60s.
You would think based on the way the production kind of looks, but actually, I guess it had a very limited budget, and a majority of it went towards the stop motion stuff. And actually, I guess the stop motion effects were good enough because they won a Saturn Award apparently in 1980.
Yeah, but the Saturn Award category was for the best film made under $1 million.
Oh, okay. So
it's like hey, it's the best gorilla film,
So yeah, and but I mean, for what we were getting at the time in the pre-CGI stuff and post-Star Wars stuff, when, a lot of B movies and a lot of these limited budget movies were trying to compete with now Lucas-sized budgets.
Yeah.
It's like, I guess it served okay.
I mean, the whole dinosaur effects are really not that bad.
No, they're really good.
You can tell, where they use the rear projection tech and stuff, like when the guy drops his laser pistol and there's a dinosaur between him and it, you can tell the dinosaurs like back a ways.
Yeah. Or
But-
when Chuck is like fending off a miniature dinosaur who's trying to get I can't remember her name. Was it Nyla or Cindy?
Was it the one who looked like a belly dancer, or
the one with the fro? The one with the afro.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
But yeah, he's like trying to fend off this dinosaur, and like the dinosaur is like sharply in focus, but Chuck and everyone else are not in focus. So
Yeah.
even though they're supposed to be like eye to eye.
Yeah. But there's two ways that I was thinking about looking at this film. The first is like what is it cobbled out of? Because the main problem is the script writing.
Yeah.
And if you look at it that way, it starts out like a bad Star Trek, script.
Mm-hmm.
Like they crash down on the planet, and they're all pretty much red shirts.
Yeah, essentially, like we lose someone within the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, they get eaten by some weird prehistoric fish, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Then it turns into like Lord of the Flies, but less compelling because they're all grown up.
Yeah.
And in the last like 15 minutes, it just drops that and it turns into Quest for Fire.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's just kill the giant dinosaur and we're all happy. The problem with that is like they're only in one valley. So what's to say that, when other dinosaurs find that there's nothing there, that they'll just go there.
Right. I guess it's more like, no, this is our, staking out our territory, as it were. But yeah, you're right. It's like, well, the next Tyrannosaurus that comes waltzing through the valley will probably give you a run for your money.
The first one killed off like half the crew, no problem.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And 2 or 3 of them died from like stupid things. But, like one you probably shouldn't go head to head with a triceratops looking thing.
Or at least shoot straighter. That dude.
Yeah.
That guy. Yeah. Here's the thing. I'd be more invested too if anyone was really likable in this movie.
Yeah, it's very true.
I was so relieved when Harvey got it. And by the way,
man,
it was the Welcome Back Cotter looking dude.
Yeah,
it was like,
that's the boss man.
Here, chicky. Like he's all like excited he found dinosaur eggs. He's gonna talk about making omelets, and everyone's like, "Dude, shut up."
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, 6 out of the 8 actors in this film use their actual first names.
Yeah, you've got James playing Jim.
Yeah.
You've got Harvey playing Harvey. Charlotte playing Charlotte. Chuck playing Chuck. And Derna playing Derna. Mike playing Mike.
But the only name that really sounds like it should come from this movie is the name of the guy that plays Captain Lee.
Lee Northsight?
No, but his real name is Louis Lawless.
Yep. It sounds like he should be in genre TV or genre movies like this.
Yeah, really. I don't know why you wouldn't use that. He's like Captain Lawless.
That would be kind of cool. And he was the one who was very much like he was folding for whenever I guess Mike would be challenging it. That's where the Lord of the Flies, or was it Jim?
Yes.
Jim. Okay. Whenever Jim would be like challenging his authority for like, we got to take a stand here. We got to kill that thing before it kills us. And he's just like, no, let's just keep on walking.
And then he goes to his second in command and cries about it. It's like, no one listens to me.
At which point, what was it? That's Nyla, right?
Yeah.
At which point, it's like, why doesn't Nyla be the leader now? Jeez. They're both crybabies in this.
Yes. The other way. Oh, sorry, man. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
All right. The second way that you can look in this film is it's all about the clash of facial hair. You see, Captain Lee has stash and some pretty cool sideburns, and he's always clashing with Jim, who's got the manly beard, and that's like the big problem. But off to the right, you've got some guy that I named Beef McHardbody.
That would be Chuck, I think.
Okay, and he's got no facial hair, but he makes up for it by wearing no shirt throughout the whole movie.
He's got massive pecs, yeah.
And he's just macking on all the chicks. So while the captain and Jim fight over who's got the the manliest facial hair, Beef is just off making babies.
Apparently. It's like he's one of the ones that survived, so probably he's the one who ends up having a kid, most likely.
And he's barely in like the last fight.
That's true.
You never really see him like I think he chucked a spear at one of the smaller dinosaurs, but you never really see him like get harm's way. So
I think I believe he was the one who was fighting off the smaller dinosaur when Fro Lady was in danger, and I want to say, did he also save someone from a spider?
I don't know, but that's another thing. Like, I guess having like a manual of what to do on like alien planets would help. But if scary stop motion spiders try to attack you, you should probably walk away from them.
Yeah.
Not just lay there and like cover your mouth.
To be fair, I think their protocols and guidelines sank with the ship, and they only had time to save those couple of crates of food.
which then they just drop down the mountain anyway.
Yeah. And what's her name? Harvey's like secretary, I guess, his assistant, like drops the laser and shorts it out because she drops it in like the lake.
But the other lady drops all the food.
That's the deal. It's like I can't root for these people. They're so inept for a group of like apparently explorers or a group of like what did they ever really establish what they were? Are they explorers? Are they on like a voyage, or is it like some kind of, or is it like kind of Nostromo type stuff with?
I would think it's a trade route, but then why would nobody find them?
That's true.
Now, the way that they crashed was that the ship in front of them blew up.
Yeah.
So I guess that had all the like smart people in it, and these were just like the backup extra people.
These were the secondary staff, utility staff.
Like the first string is gone, right? So you're left with like some of the special teams and third string guys.
But I will say you get kind of the you do take in a lot of the local flavor of, I'm guessing, Tucson or somewhere out west, because if you love walking, oh boy, there's a lot of walking in this movie.
Oh yeah.
And it's like I've seen this in its original presentation. I've seen it with the Rift, which I highly recommend the Rift Tracks commentary for this too, because they're just like every once in a while, because the whole shot would be like you have to see the entire cast walk by the camera. Like you can't cut away to anything else. Like you had to see everyone who's accounted for so far. And it's like, your cast, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet them one more time. And it's like, oh my God. And I don't know. There is some kind of like nice quality to it in the fact that it's just silly, fun sci-fi, but at the same time, there's so many like laughably stupid things in it. The music is very sixth grader on a keyboard-ish.
Yeah, I mean, it started out cool with the one, the main title. But like halfway through the film, it's like a horrible version of An American in Paris played with like a hockey rink organ.
Yeah.
and I can't get behind that.
Yeah. And like that again, like you'll have this like music like swelling over these scenes of basically the camera crew off in the distance watching these people climb up mountains. It's like I know they're trying to make this seem like a very epic like adventure, but it doesn't really capture that well.
No.
And yeah, like there's no rhyme or reason as to who or what dies in this movie. Like I said, the first kill is like within 5 minutes, and it's someone who we barely know. And then like someone that we're supposed to sympathize with in one scene immediately will be the next person dead. Like his secretary, for example, like she actually comes around and is like, I'm not taking your crap anymore. I quit, essentially. I'm not going to be your, whipping post on this planet. And then immediately eaten by dinosaur.
Yeah. And
like so much for character development.
I could have sworn in the same scene that she gets bit, like the house falls over on some other guy.
Mm-hmm.
But then they all seem to be there in the next like walking shot. So
I wouldn't be surprised if some of the edits in here were really out of chronological order.
so was that like, some indigenous guy in a tracksuit that just happened to wander around? It's like, hey, I found people. I was like, ah.
It's their Sherpa. Is that what it's called? Their guide.
Yeah. Nah.
But yeah, it's kind of just stupid late 70s fun for that sake. And but again, like some of the like you said, the effects for the time, they aren't bad. They're very kind of short-lived, and you're kind of waiting for a dinosaur to show up at times too. It's like
especially when the cast is talking.
Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, please, for the love of God, have a brontosaurus rummage through here.
Yes, please. Speaking of the cast talking, some of the science in this is just painfully bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like towards the beginning of the film, somebody says, obviously this planet is younger than our Earth because it has dinosaurs.
How do you know that?
and toward the climax, Jim with the manly beard goes, it's a dumb animal, and we're all rational thinking human beings.
Clearly.
But they just spent like the last half hour fighting about who was in charge.
Yeah, clearly this dinosaur is the dumb one. I can imagine like because they go to its cave and stuff, and they're like making like noise and arguing in front of the cave too. Like I can just imagine the dinosaur being off the camera, being like, God, I wish I was dumb. I didn't understand what everyone was saying. Because shut the hell up, man. It's like, I'll be your leader, whatever.
The dinosaur's wife is like, Harvey, the people are arguing again.
His name's Harvey too, of course. Yeah. Oh man, Harvey, friggin' Harvey. And that kind of tying into with the whole like, well, first off, yeah, that's pseudoscience of like, clearly this is a younger Earth. Yeah, or it's not all planets have the same evolutionary, track. So that's kind of a stretch that you guessing that. But like with Harvey, like he's at no point does he ever fluctuate and be like, oh my gosh, this is a really serious situation. Like at least all the other characters at some point have a realization like we're in trouble. Like when they're having their, what was it, the Happy New World celebration or whatever.
Yeah.
Like what's her name? Lila ends up just like having a crying fit. And it's just like and everyone's just depressed. But like Harvey, at no point does he's still talking about like, hey, I'm still your boss, or I get paid more than you.
Yeah, and I'll dock your pay 50%.
Yeah, he's still talking about like docking pay. It's like, dude,
like nobody else cares.
You could get killed at any second by whatever you're poking at. Like you're messing with this dinosaur's eggs. You're just whining and complaining the whole time. Like he has comedy music cues at times. Like
Yeah.
he's supposed to be the comic relief, but he's totally not.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like they figured, oh, the comic relief isn't working, so let's just stab him in the stomach and throw him off a rock.
And yeah, shirtless Chuck, Jim with his glorious beard. I wish I could get into more about these characters, but because there's not really much in terms of character for.
No, I mean their facial hair and what they do is pretty much literally who they are.
Mm-hmm. And how they're dressed too, because I know who Chuck is, because Chuck is the only one who doesn't have a shirt.
Yeah.
Jim's got his glorious beard. What's his name? Is it Mike, who has like the blue jumpsuit with the arrows pointing down to his crotch?
It might be. I don't know.
I want to say that's him. I just remember Mike because I'm like, he's got that bright blue jumpsuit that no one else aside from I think Jim has. It's like, yeah, but like there's supposed to be a whole thing with him and the secretary. Like they sort of maybe have something going on, but you'll never know because he dies and then she dies. So, okay.
See, but the problem is, I mean, even with all these people dying and dinosaurs, it never really seems that dangerous.
No.
I mean, they're all just kind of like wandering around, like, la da da.
A lot of this stuff, and I know you're limited by the effects and the sets and everything like that. Well, the set being the outdoors, but you're kind of limited by the effects and stuff of the times. But yeah, I have a feeling you could outrun a lot of these things in real life. Like, yeah, this Tyrannosaurus is kind of a fat ass. You can outrun this thing.
Yeah, and you know, even if you can't outrun the big things, I mean, there's no reason why you can't run away from spiders or.
Well, everyone has that convenient. I'm gonna run away. Oh, I tripped. And once they
tripped, she just like fell backwards against the rock and just stared at it, sitting up.
Yep, it's like once you're off your feet in some way, shape, or form, no way can you get back on your feet. It is a very convenient. Like it reminds me of what's the kind of the analogy, like damsel tied to the railroad tracks type stuff, where yeah, the train's like far away, but they're still like, oh my god, help me, when they could easily just roll off the tracks or something.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, favorite dinosaur fight. Let's get to that. What is your favorite dinosaur fight or dinosaur moment in this movie? Because there's few and far between a lot.
Yeah. I'd have to say mine is when the Stegosaurus kills the really annoying guy.
Is this oh yeah, the was it Stegosaurus or Triceratops?
Oh yeah, okay. I don't know. It's got a horn. I don't.
Yeah, the horn. Sorry, I used to be a dinosaur nerd when I was younger, so I'm like, I think that's the Triceratops or whatever that's supposed to be. But yeah, Harvey. Yeah, and
because that was almost therapeutic.
Yeah, my favorite part about that is that he's like running. You know, he's a terrible shot for starters. He's got like one of the last laser guns. He's missing completely this dinosaur. He's not even hitting it. It's not like he's hitting it and the dinosaur's unfazed. He's just totally like shooting above its head. And then he starts like huffing and puffing, like he's so out of shape, but he's like running to the edge of this cliff. And then, oh, of course you backed yourself into a corner here, buddy. And then the thing runs him through with his horn and tosses him off the cliff. That was pretty fun. I like I liked when I think the Tyrannosaurus is like chasing them. It's a little bit towards the end. And then all of a sudden out pops like this smaller pink dinosaur on like a ledge. And it's just like growling at him. And you expect like, okay, now the Tyrannosaurus is going to throw down with this thing. But no, Tyrannosaurus just leans over and bites him on the neck. And that's it.
Kind of reminds me of like a pro wrestling match.
It's like over and done.
Because he doesn't actually like crush its head, you know, with its jaws. It's kind of like squeezes it until it lets down, and then it wanders off again.
Yeah, it's the gentlest death blow ever. Well, I have to ask now too, if they were to reboot this thing, because dinosaurs are all the thing now, with Jurassic World being one of the biggest blockbusters of all time type thing and everything like that. If they were to reboot this movie, what would some of your choices for cast be, perhaps?
Well, that's a tough one. I mean, will they actually try to make it like a decent movie, or are we talking like this same movie with now people?
I would say the way everything that has any sort of camp or any kind of schlockiness to it is getting like the grittiest, reboot ever.
It's either that or a comedy, like Land of the Lost.
Yeah, I guess they did kind of do that with Land of the Lost already. Well.
Okay. Well, let's talk gritty then.
Yeah, if they went for like a serious like Planet of Dinosaurs, rated R for gore and nudity.
You could have like Lance Henriksen as the captain.
All right, I could see that.
And like the other guy would challenge him because he's old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Someone who could really sport a killer beard.
Well, you'd have The Rock as Beef McHardbody.
As Chuck, yeah. Okay, yep, I could see that. Oh, and Christian Bale as Jim, maybe. Because he can sport a killer beard, and he can get really shouty, so.
Yeah, I'm a shouty man.
Well, because Jim's the one who gets eaten but not digested by the dinosaur at the very end, right? And so everyone's like, "Where's Jim?" And then he's like screaming, like, "Get me out of here!" or something like that, right?
No. The
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that him or was that?
No. The rocks fell over on him.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, the dinosaur. See, because they had to steer the one dinosaur towards like the one pike that they made.
Okay, I was kind of confused at the end. What this?
And then they threw a rock on top of it, but it kind of landed on Jim, but missed him because he didn't die.
Okay, that makes more sense then. I don't know. I still like to think that the dinosaur ate him, but just part of the stupid, like the Sharknado.
He like cut him. Yeah. He like cut his way out with a stick.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sticking with that one. Okay, the rocks make more sense, but I've always just thought it's like, okay, they just gave up and went full on silly in the end, and he's just trapped in the dinosaur.
No, sadly no.
Nuts. But yeah, I could see Bale as a Jim type. You said The Rock is Chuck, Lance Henriksen is the captain. Who would be Harvey?
Oh, Danny DeVito.
Oh, he's dead within the first 5 minutes, though.
Yeah, but he could at least make the asshole seem funny for a little while.
Okay, so yeah, if we're going for the gritty, but yeah, we want a convincing kind of comic relief, I guess he would be the choice. Yeah.
Or oh god,
I would have said Seth Rogen actually.
No.
Nah.
I'm not as big a Seth Rogen fan as apparently the entire world is. Ooh. How about Oliver Platt?
Ooh, yeah, that works. Oliver Platt. He already knows a thing or two about hanging out with gigantic reptiles. So
yeah, see, perfect.
Yeah, there we go. So Oliver Platt is Harvey. Who would be Nyla, the second in command?
I don't know.
Gotta be someone with a really good pouty face.
Pouty face. I don't know. Do you have a suggestion for that one?
I've been trying to. Let's see. Because would you want someone older or are you like a younger person?
I don't know. I mean, the way they do them now, I mean, the whole cast is like early 20s anyway. So
it's a really good pouty face. I mean, because I wasn't really that big a fan of Nyla to begin with. So to have someone who Kristen Stewart maybe as Nyla to make her unlikable. I'll give the girl this. She can pout.
Yeah. She can pout and
Sulk.
Mouth breathe with the best of them.
Yeah. So, and who else is there? I'm still trying to remember who the fro lady was.
For some reason, I want to put in whoever played Tank Girl.
In the movie?
Yes.
She was in League of Their Own and everything, right? Yeah.
Just play, Tank Girl in this movie. It would be a lot better.
Shit. Yeah, at that point, just show me Tank Girl. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah. See, it's just chase them with sticks the whole time. Makes
Planet
it much more
of
lively.
Planet of Kangaroo Men.
Yes, there you go.
There you go. So yeah, and of course everything would be like CGI now and what have you.
I can't believe we don't get paid for these.
I know. It's like come on, whoever wants to reboot Planet of Dinosaurs, we're giving you gold here.
Or you could just, combine Planet of Dinosaurs with the killing of Satan.
Whoa.
See? I mean, mind blown right there.
Jim and Lee get into a fight, but then who steps in to take control of the whole thing? Lando.
Lando, of course. my awesome mustache bests all of your facial hair.
And no need to worry about running out of lasers either, because that dude can just summon his ability to shoot lasers out of his hand or with his magic stick.
They could get the bad guys to come in and recharge the lasers with their hands.
Yep, that's true. He'll put up his weird Magneto symbol thing as a shield.
Yeah. They could spin the dinosaurs around in circles until they get dizzy and run off the cliffs themselves. It's perfect.
And find a futuristic suit, polyester suit for Satan.
Yes, please.
There we go.
No more red tights.
I mean, compared to stuff like Vengeance of the Zombies and The Killing of Satan, this is a relatively kind of tame outing this time around.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not good, but you know what? It's not god awful terrible.
Yeah, I mean, it's best to play it on mute with maybe some like 70s rock in the background.
I concur with that. Definitely.
You got the Eagles or something. It's nice.
No better way to pay tribute to Glenn Fry than
yes, and then to watch Planet of the Dinosaurs with his music playing.
Nice. Or what you do is you just have the music from the Gorn fight on a constant loop in this movie.
It's true. Starting to walk past Captain Kirk.
Exactly. Oh man.
Hey guys, give me one of those lasers. Damn it.
We'll invent gunpowder, whatever.
Got this weird guy from Star Wars coming after me.
But I love how kind of no matter what your wits or your survival instincts or your technological advances, it all comes down to poisoning people.
Yes.
Like
because you are a rational thinking human being.
because I love that one plan. It was like they're like, oh, don't eat those berries; they're toxic or whatever. And then their idea was like stuff a dead dinosaur with those berries that the Tyrannosaurus would eat it and then die.
And then they would eat the dinosaur.
Yeah, logic.
It's a horrible plan.
Logic. But yeah, this is. I mean, I'd say check it out if you can find it. So it's the link I sent you was from Daily Motion, right?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. Yeah, it's on a bunch of sites. Or if you can find it on like DVD, it's got some sweet cover art that has nothing to do with the actual movie. Like I'm looking at kind of the Flash Gordon Masters of the Universe variant of it.
Flash Gordon.
Yeah. Like Chuck is the most prominent figure there, being shirtless. But then there's like some girl in a bikini, which happens for like 30 seconds, but she's the first one to die.
Yeah.
And then I think
this might not be a bad movie. Oh.
Nope, it is. Whatever. I'd probably watch this more than I'd watch Caveman with Ringo Starr.
Yeah, that's as shining a a review is for this, I guess.
Yeah, the best critique ever for this movie. It's not quite Jurassic Park, but it's better than Caveman.
It's true. I mean, at least it doesn't doesn't really try to teach you caveman words through it. So yeah, that's good. There's no glossary handed to you when you go into the movie.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah, it was just fun for kind of a quick laugh, and it goes by really quick. It's only like 80 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
So it goes by pretty quick. That is our thoughts and take on Planet of Dinosaurs and its eventual gritty reboot. Oh, we forgot who would direct a gritty reboot of this.
Oh God, I don't know.
Who could handle the scope of their cast walking through desert endlessly?
Ooh, here you go. We'll use J.J. Abrams, but have him use like hand cameras, like
Cloverfield.
Yes, yeah, the whole time.
So it's Planet of Dinosaurs.
So you could have like character interviews the whole time, like it's a TV show.
Nice.
Hi, I'm Bob, and I came to the Planet of the Dinosaurs to find a dinosaur.
Cut to him. It's like, I'm so planning on killing Harvey. Yeah, I like that. Like, yeah, Planet of Dinosaurs becomes a found footage movie.
Yeah,
great.
And they finally kill the last dinosaur by use of lens flare.
There you go. Yeah, if it's JJ. Oh no, or it's left up in the air who won at the end, because that's something probably Abrams would do.
Yeah, like somebody just drops the camera and you see the dinosaur like stomp over it and walk away, and that's the end of the movie.
Yep. So it's got shades of Cloverfield, a little bit of found footage, and a little bit of The Gray at the end. Oh, maybe that's who. Oh, forget Christian Bale. Liam Neeson for Jim. There we go. He could do a killer beard, and he can be intimidating.
and his whole thing of wanting to be the leader is because he's got a particular set of skills.
There we go.
Perfect.
I love that.
The captain, I've got a particular set of skills.
I love that from now on because of that movie.
Yeah.
I hope on his tombstone it does read ... had a particular set of skills ... Those couple of words are forever associated with him, no matter what movie he's in.
That's what happens when you have 3 movies of the same thing. I mean,
I never got past 2, man. So
yeah, don't.
Yeah, I figured. But anyways, Planet of Dinosaurs. Yeah, I'd say check it out if you want a good laugh. If you want to see some pretty cool, if you want to see some pretty cool, like late 70s stop motion effects, like, yeah, if you might be spoiled on your CGI of today, but you know what? Back in the day, we need it. This was the best we got.
And thanks, Grandpa.
Yeah. You and Mr. Harryhausen. Jeez.
Yeah, I would say that Harryhausen was better though.
Yeah, well, certainly. But yeah, Planet of Dinosaurs. What should we tackle for next time? It's your turn.
I don't even know. I was looking for like old 70s flicks on YouTube, and I got into like some weird section of YouTube.
Yeah, when you start going down the rabbit hole on there,
that was kind of frightening.
It gets a little weird. Well, for starters, I should mention that I believe tomorrow afternoon or evening or something like before 3 Geeks, maybe we're doing a Frady Geeks.
Yeah,
and the movie is the original
Dawn of the Dead.
Original Dawn of the Dead. Yeah, I'm gonna have to rewatch that. That was the thing. That was why I couldn't make it. Because by the time I got home, I'm like, I can't watch it at the same time. But yeah, the original Dawn of the Dead. Yeah. So check it out.
Try and watch the long cut.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, it's a little better.
Yeah, you mentioned that before. It's like, so I'll probably end up either doing that today or tomorrow morning or something. But yeah, be sure to check that out. It'll be you, me, and Jason, correct?
Yes.
And right before the regular 3 Geeks podcast. So that should be fun. And if anything, maybe some ideas will shake loose for what you and I can tackle next time.
Yeah, you got it. I got to think for a little bit.
Yeah, it's your turn, so I leave it to you.
See, the problem with whipping out, the killing of Satan now is that I have to find something to best it.
Yeah, we kind of played the card really the trump card really early.
But it's so good.
I know. I'm trying to think of stuff that really kind of can top it in that. Like I didn't even think Planet of Dinosaurs would come close to topping Killing of Satan. I was just trying to be like something equal, if not greater than.
That's cool.
But yeah, we'll think about it. But
I will find you something, I promise.
Thank you, sir. You've been listening to McChats Live here talking about Planet of Dinosaurs. Thanks again to Dan Baugher of 3 Geeks Podcast. Check out Frady Geeks tomorrow night as well as the regular 3 Geeks Podcast. And as always, I'm your host, Mike McG, here at youtube.com/Mike McGTV. Have a great day, everybody. Have a great day, Dan.
You too, sir.
Here, chickie. Come to Uncle Harvey.